guys, it's me, Big Dave, and today we're doing another Raid Shadow Legends video, and specifically we're doing Dragon 25 in under 1 minute 30. It can go lower, but 1:30 is the highest time, and it can go a little bit lower than that. So I'll get into the run. At the end of it, I'll go over the champs, the masteries, the presets, what I use, why I used it, and yeah, we'll go over the details. So yeah, enjoy the video, and I'll see you in a couple of seconds. So see you in a bit. Right, there you go, guys. What more can I say? I'll get into the gear, and then I'll go over the champs that I used and what I run on them. Okay, so video. Right. So we'll start with fu-shan. So fu-shan, obviously, I use this guy in Clan Boss. He's an amazing champ, so I've gone Savage and Perception with him to give me the extra accuracy that I need. I'm probably overkill on the accuracy right now. I could probably, I could probably put an attack banner on there, but I haven't got that many, and I think the only one I got is on Draco, I think. So yeah, so fu-shan. So we'll go over the stats. So 5,166 attack. He's got a blessing. I'll go into that in a second. 186 speed, because that's the tune for the clan boss. Slightly over cap on crit rate, 207, 232 crit damage, and 301. So obviously his job in the comp is on wave 1 and 2, where he stuns everybody, stopping those ads going and taking out the damage dealers. Basically, that is his job there, and obviously he brings a lot of utility. He hits pretty hard. He's good. He's positive affinity as well. No, yeah. Is he positive affinity? No, he's same affinity. My bad. Yeah, so he's the same affinity here. So yeah, so that's fu-shan. I'll go into his masteries if you haven't already seen. Basically, your bog standard clan boss masteries. War Master for extra procs, Sniper, Master Hexer, Law of Steel, usual stuff, usual clan boss masteries. So yeah. If you've watched any of my other videos, the blessing I use, if you're interested, is Brimstone. You probably notice it lands. It does about 250k, which is a lot. When that gets to 100, that's pretty much going to be. And obviously, I was going to go at more attack with him, but I think Smite more than makes up for the lack of more attack, I think. So yeah, you kind of won this on a champ. So yeah, that's what I went with. I went with Brimstone. So we'll get into Ethos. Savage and Broken. Doesn't really need accuracy, even though his weekend does land on his A2. His job is basically wave clear. He's there to put out as much damage as possible. So yeah, I'll go over the stats. So 5,364 attack, 214 speed, smack on the money crit rate, and 240 crit damage, and 180 accuracy. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. I think the accuracy check is about 200, I think. Might be slightly more, so it'll land sometimes. So yeah. So the blessing on Ethos, if you want to know, is Soul Reap. Again, level 1. I got this guy from, I think I got it from the shop, I think. So yeah, I've only got level 1. Once I get the next level, that'll bump up his attack, which weirdly is what I need in order to progress him, because his crit damage is over cap. His damage is low and his crit damage is over cap, so I need the attack extra, and then obviously the crit damage is level 4, but again, that's going to take a while, unless I get lucky on a pull. So yeah, Ethos' masteries, basic nuke masteries, Helm Smasher, Blood Shield, if he kills, helps. Retribution, I think I got Retribution. Yeah, Retribution, delay on death, just to tank him up a little bit. You can go down the support if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it. I use this guy pretty much for what he's meant to do, which is counterattack and hit really hard. So yeah. So Barrel, if you've watched any of my videos, Barrel has had a little bit of a rework recently. As you can probably see, we managed to pull this bad boy, which gives us more resistance, which means now he doesn't fail in Ice Golem. And then we went HP with double resistance, double speed to make up for it. So yeah, like I said, Bad L's job, lay the poisons, and he's basically in a perfect. In some runs, as you probably noticed, fu-shan and Ethos get close to dying. Most of the time they die. Well, Ethos definitely dies. He managed to survive. He managed to tank one of the hits. So yeah, you kind of want fu-shan to live. I would like to get a little bit more HP so he survives, but again, it's not necessary because Bad L will do most of the work. So yeah, so that's Bad L. You've probably seen his masteries. So these are basically solo masteries for Ice Golem. So we've got Arcane Celerity, Charge. What's that one? Charge Focus. I can't remember the name right now. Rapid Response. So yeah, because he places continuous heal, so he'll get more turn meter. So yeah, nothing over the top about this guy. Just amazing champ for soloing. You know, the old school soloer for the new ones. So that's Bad L. Next on the list is Ghostborn, who we pulled recently. Ghostborn hasn't got any masteries. He hasn't got any masteries. So I got him in Perception and Lethal. I've managed to have a little bit of Lethal lying around. You're probably wondering why I've gone low on the attack. Because the reason why this is consistent is because of this guy. If you run any other decreased defense weekend, you're going to get the 3%. Which means that you'll be stuck on a wave for too long and you might end up dying. So that's why I run this guy, because it cannot be resisted. You don't need the accuracy to make it land. It lands every single time. So yeah, and obviously he comes in, does a little bit of wave clear for us, even though he's a support champ, which is kind of nutty. So yeah, so his stats are 3,334 attack, 236 speed. You want him in front of your nukas. Crit 85 because he's positive affinity. I can run it a little bit lower here. So yeah, so I run it a little bit lower. I think when I built him, yeah, I decided to go that way just because it's a little bit lower. A Bad L's aura gives him that extra anyway, so it means I can stack a little bit more crit rate, a little bit more crit damage. I can get that speed roll in there. So yeah, his job is pretty basic: decreased defense, and a little bit of wave clear, and then the one that makes it basically possible, Renegade. That popped off the wrong one. Right, Renegade. As you can see, I run her in Spider. I'm building a second because she runs in Spider. She works here, but again, I was going to build it if I pulled a seer, but again, it didn't pull a seer over the weekend, surprisingly. No surprise there. So yeah, so she's basically in a shield set so that she tanks, and she's got a bit of resistance, so she tanks the hits on Spider. But her job here is to reset, and that's it. She resets at the end of rotation wave 1, and then we've set the presets. I'll show you the presets in a second. But her job then, is just to basically she normally survives because she's wearing a shield set, and she does actually keep a few of them alive, weirdly. But again, I'd want more HP on it. As you can probably see, I've got a lot of resistance there. I'd rather have HP, but again, the resistance is what it is. So I'll go over the presets for this run now, just to give you guys an idea of how I do it. So if we go into Spider, Dragon, I should say, go down to 25. So where it should be down the bottom. Here it is. So, right, so the way I've done it, Bardell uses Malice, and he doesn't use it again on wave 1. Okay. Fu-shan uses, that's his stun. I think that's his stun. Yeah, that's his stun. So use it once and that's it, because you want it again for the next wave. Because you'll get reset by Renegade. And the rest, as you like, as you will. Renegade, nothing. Her job, she goes in the rotation, because I think she goes last. She doesn't need anything. Not in mine anyway. And then Ghostborn uses Ancestral Spirit, which is the decreased defense. We lock it to 1. So by the time she gets reset by Renegade, it's ready to go again on wave 2. And Ethos, what I've done with Ethos is I've knocked Outburst off on wave 1. So he only uses Extinguished Life, which is his big AoE hit. I prefer Outburst because it hits 3 times, but Extinguished Life is a hell of a hit. So yeah, on the second wave we open up with Outburst because it gives us the weekend, which makes the second wave, because the second wave is tankier than the first because of the Shatterbones and I forget what the other one is in there. It's fairly tanky, so I wanted Outburst to go first in order so he doesn't waste it on wave 1, and then we've got no AoEs on wave 2. So that's what we've done there. And then wave 3, basically Bardell opens with Malice. He does the same on wave 2. So Bardell goes Malice, stops, Malice, stops, and then he just does his A1. Fu-shan, doesn't matter, just does what he does. Renegade the same. Ghostborn goes Ancestral Spirit, then just goes straight back into it again. And Ethos basically doesn't use Outburst on the first, and then uses it on the second, and then it's however you want it. So can anyone be replaced here? Ethos can. Any nuker basically. The rest I would say no, because you need to have control. Because of the speeds I run it at, as you can see, so Barry has a 424, Fu-shan's 168. They were like, he's a little bit slow. As you can see, she's a little bit slow. Renegade has to be the slowest. So yeah, Ghostborn goes second, and then Ethos goes third. So yeah, if there's anything you need to know about this, guys, obviously I'll link my Discord in the description. I've got a couple of new videos coming over the next few weeks. I pulled an OP Void over the weekend, so I'll be doing a video on that over probably the next 2 weeks, because I'm gonna wait for CVC to book it out. And yeah, I'm working on a Hydra video for Brutal, so I'm trying to build a comp that's a little, I say not free to play friendly, but give you an idea of how to do it. So yeah, if you need to know anything, guys, just honestly leave a comment in the comment section. It really does help me out. We're pushing closer to 400 now, so we're almost up to 350. Like, I would like to get to 400, 500 by the end of the year, if possible. But that's up to you guys. No, just a little sub. That's it. You know, even if you only come now and again, and if there's anything you want me to do, please leave it in the comment section or in the Discord, because I'll link both of them in the description. So yeah, thank you for watching and tuning in, and hope your polls went good over the weekend. And it's Big Dave out.